Ryan Bader takes on Lyoto Machida. Exciting main event at Bellator 256. It's also the opening round of the Bellator light heavyweight Grand Prix tournament. Lyoto Machida is a legend of the game. 2-2 in Bellator. His last two fights are split decision losses to Gegard Mousasi and Phil Davis, two guys that championship level in Bellator, won belts there. Ryan Bader, the former champion at light heavyweight, the current heavyweight champion. He's coming off that tough loss against Vadim Nemkov. Lyoto Machida looked to be a shot fighter. It seemed like his time was up, and he had a pretty good career turnaround, winning his last three UFC fights before signing with Bellator. And he's honestly competing against some of the best light heavyweights on the planet. Gegard Mousasi, one of the best middleweights on the planet. Phil Davis being a light heavyweight that's at the top of the top. Ryan Bader has a lot of tools, and he's not the same fighter that Machida faced many years ago when they fought before. I believe it was 2012. He knocked out Ryan Bader in the first round. Bader's improved leaps and bounds. Is Machida a better fighter from that point? Personally, I'm going to say no. There's definitely been a decline. You look at Machida, not as fast as he once was. I don't think his timing is as good either. Ryan Bader is definitely on another level. He's 37, but I feel like he can still be considered in his prime. Losing to Vadim Nemkov, to me, is forgivable because I think Nemkov is just an absolute stud. He's a beast, and he gave Ryan Bader hell because the way to beat Bader has been printed out. Pressure. You pressure Ryan Bader, you get him moving backwards, you get him in trouble. Lyoto Machida is not as much of a pressure forward style, more of a counter puncher, likes to use his distance management. He does control range at an extremely high level, but Ryan Bader at this point, boxing has definitely closed the gap. He has a ton of power. His hooks are deadly. He's got knockouts on the resume. Hasn't been knocking everybody unconscious, but he hurts fighters. He stopped Fedor Emelianenko in just 35 seconds, was on his way to beating Czech Congo on the ground. Decision against Mitrione. And yeah, that quick knockout of Muhammad Lawal, King Mo. I mean, he was having a lot of success with finishes. Even at the end of his UFC career, was getting a good amount of finishes. He's definitely a guy that can finish fights. He's not going to be here to grind out a decision on Machida. Machida, not a guy that's easy to put away as of late. Granted, his 3-fight losing streak in the UFC, Brunson stopped him in the first, Romero in the third, and then Rockhold in the second, but that was by submission. He did hurt him in that fight. There's definitely a possibility Ryan Bader can get the knockout. This fight is 5 rounds, so it's no longer a 3-round fight. Ryan Bader will push the pace differently than like a Phil Davis or a Gegard Mousasi. I think he's going to be coming forward on Machida, but he needs to be intelligent. I believe he will. Machida has a very dangerous straight down the line, also likes that southpaw stance. I think he still poses problems on the feet for Ryan Bader. I think Bader needs to be smart here, set up takedowns early, look to get this fight to the ground. If he puts Machida on the ground, slowly wear him down, gas him out over time. I think the stoppage is very possible here. I can see it in the third round for Ryan Bader. I think he can wear down Lyoto Machida, and I think the stoppage could potentially be a ground and pound stoppage, but I really feel like Bader on the feet has the power to knock out Machida, especially a 42, almost 43-year-old Machida. In less than 2 months, he will be 43 years of age. I'm picking Ryan Bader by knockout or TKO in the third round. He's a minus 300 favorite for Machida at the plus 240 dog. I'll see if there's any prop bets listed. So right now, there's no prop bets listed. Later on in the week, probably the day before the fight, there will be. So make sure you guys check out the weigh-in recap and updated betting odds video when that does drop. Should be on Thursday. I feel like Ryan Bader is a very strong pick here at the minus 300. With the lines for prop bets, maybe coming in, you get an inside the distance pick. I feel like that's possibly fairly well, and I do think Ryan Bader would be an excellent parlay pick. And I just see him getting Machida out of there. I don't think at the plus 240 underdog, and especially at almost 43 years of age, I don't think Machida has what it takes to beat Ryan Bader. Ryan Bader's going to put on a very good performance. He's going to get a win, and he's going to get back on track. He's the current heavyweight champion in Bellator. This win will then move him forward in this light heavyweight tournament and work towards getting another challenge for that light heavyweight belt and maybe a rematch with Vadim Nemkov, and he can get that strap back. Should be a great main event. Make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Also, guys, follow my social media, Instagram, Twitter, and I will see you all in the next video.